Today, we step into the story of Emma Grede, fashion titan, boardroom disruptor, and cultural architect. She's the woman Meghan Sussex, the Duchess of Sussex, chose to sit down with, not just because of her success, but because of the soul behind it. So, who is Emma? Let's begin at the beginning. Welcome. This is Majesty Sussex Report, and I'm Antonio. Thank you for spending some of your valuable time here with us. Emma Grede was born in 1982 in Plaistow, East London, to a British Jamaican mother and a Trinidadian father. Her mother was a single parent raising four daughters. It was not an easy life, but it was a loving one. Her family may not have had generational wealth, but they had what Emma would later call her greatest inheritance: work ethic and pride. In an interview with The Cut, Emma recalled, "My mom had this dignity about her. Even if we didn't have much, we looked like we did. That stayed with me." At 14, she had a job handing out flyers in the West End. At 18, she attended the London College of Fashion. But Emma didn't finish her degree. Instead, she stepped into the real world, where education had a different pace. She joined Inca Productions, one of Europe's leading fashion marketing agencies, and by 24, she was running the show. Now let's talk power moves. Emma didn't wait for permission. She made things happen. In 2008, she founded ITB Worldwide, a marketing agency connecting fashion brands with cultural icons. She helped pioneer the idea that influence wasn't just about fame, it was about alignment, story, and social capital. The idea would shape her next act. In 2016, she co founded Good American, a denim company with none other than Khloé Kardashian. But this wasn't just celebrity business. Emma demanded representation. The brand launched in size 00 to 24, showcased diverse models, and hired based on inclusivity. And when someone asked her why she did it, she didn't flinch. "I'm not asking for special treatment. I'm asking for fair treatment. Representation is just good business." The success was staggering. Good American made $1 million on its first day. wasn't done. She became a founding partner and chief product officer at SKIMS, the shapewear brand co created with Kim Kardashian. See, I did that again. Kim Kardashian. Skims is now a billion-dollar company rewriting the rules on bodywear. Emma also serves as chairwoman of the 15th% Pledge, a nonprofit urging major retailers to commit 15% of shelf space for Black owned businesses, a mission birthed during the George Floyd reckoning but sustained by long term accountability. And Emma also is a shark on Shark Tank. Not bad for a girl from Plaistow. Her brands aren't just products, they're philosophies. And those philosophies are everyone deserves to see themselves. Business should reflect the world we live in. Power should be inclusive, not exclusive. Now, do you see why I think, not only I think, I know, I believe that more women should be at the head of organizations and companies. Now, as the human species, we know that not everyone is created the same way. For every Emma, there's probably five non Emmas that are gatekeepers, right? So those women, like Emma, like Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, those are the women that are changing and that we need more of to change this situation that we find ourselves in around the world. Behind the boardroom, there is a home. Emma is married to Jens Grede, a Swedish entrepreneur and her frequent collaborator. Together, they have four children, four beautiful children, and an empire built on shared vision and values. In her own words, we work hard, we love hard, and we're teaching our kids that building something that lasts takes intention. Emma is known for bringing her children to meetings and mentoring young Black and Brown women across industries. She's not just making seats at the table, she's building new tables entirely. No rise to power, especially as a Black woman, is ever smooth. An Grede ascent hasn't been without friction. There have been whispers from critics, some subtle, some sharp. When Good American launched with Khloé Kardashian, some questioned whether the brand truly upheld its commitment to body positivity and inclusivity, or whether it was another well marketed celebrity cash grab. Emma responded, not with defensiveness, oh, this is so sweet, but with data and results. She insisted on casting open calls, real bodies, and transparency in product design. With Skims, others pointed to the conundrum of proximity to privilege, asking whether a brand founded alongside one of the most famous white women in the world, would ever truly center marginalized voices. Emma never claimed perfection. She simply kept building, kept hiring diversely, and made sure Skims carried sizes and tones most brands ignore. And then there are the critics that don't say their names out loud. Those critics that like to critique in whispers and then mix it onto the headlines, but not truly with their names on it. You know what I mean? These whispers are, oh, she's too polished. Hmm, there's something there. She's way too perfect. Look at her, please. Is she really black? I don't think. Listen, she ain't black. I mean, look at her. She claims to be. She's just lucky. She married rich. Yep. Married rich with power. Yep. Yep. That's what happened. These are the kinds of questions that are never, ever asked of white men or the women, but are routinely hurled at black women in boardrooms. And sometimes it's the community that does it. But Emma has made a life not answering to stereotypes, only to the truth of her work. And that work is empirical, it's economic, it's visible, it's intentional. She told Harper Bazaar, I don't need to prove that I'm authentic. I just need to show up, do the work, and be clear about why I'm doing it.
I wanted to ask you a little bit about the public narrative, because when you sign up to be an actress, you know that people are going to start recognizing you, they're going to start speaking to you on the street, but that's very different from what you have now.
It is, Emma. It's very different.
No, I wonder, and listen, I want to say this to you in the best way, because I wonder if you could rewrite your public narrative from scratch. Is there anything that you would do differently?
Yes, I would ask people to tell the truth.
Now let's ask the question, why would Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, one of the most scrutinized, elegant, and purposeful women in the world, choose to sit down with Emma? You see, I think because Emma gets it. And that's just what I think, right? I have no scientific proof of this, but that's just what my gut is saying. You see, both women are biracial. Emma's British. Meghan is part of the British royal family. Both women are bold, moving through worlds that weren't built for them. They have faced the whisper campaigns, the cultural erasure, the expectations of perfection wrapped in grace. But more importantly, they've chosen creation over complain. Emma builds brands. Meghan is building platforms. Both have rooted their power not in titles, but in impact. Emma is not just a mogul, she's a mirror, a woman who reflects back the possibilities of what we can build when we show up fully, lead intentionally, and dare to own our own stories. Makes me happy. So, when Meghan Sussex, the Duchess of Sussex, walks into Aspire, it's not just another interview. It's a meeting of minds, hearts, and missions. Two women reshaping the narrative of leadership, womanhood, and what it means to succeed without compromise. Please don't miss this conversation. I will certainly be watching, listening, and reflecting. Because when women like Emma and Meghan speak, the world shifts, even if just a little tiny bit, towards something more just, more open, and more extraordinary. And of course, right here, we will have the reflection after the interview. They told her she was too much, too confident, too polished, too ambitious. They told her she should soften her tone, dim her light, know her place. But she did not listen. Emma Grede stands in a lineage of women who have defied the margins others wrote for them. She is the echo of mothers who made do with little and daughters who dared to dream more. And in her own way, she's building a bridge, not just between London and Los Angeles, or fashion and commerce, but between generations of women who refuse to be erased. We celebrate Black women, biracial women, and every woman who's being told to pick a side. Pick a side. See, many times when you're multiracial or biracial, people want you to just pick a side. Pick a side, or you're not allowed to speak. The intention is to mute, to shrink. And when you pick a side, sometimes defined by just the way you look, then some stand up to say, well, you don't belong. You're too light skinned. You're too dark. There's always a reason. Because they feel uncomfortable. And these women, Meghan Sussex, Emma Grede, they're not here for your comfort. They're here to go forward, because their stories matters, and with their stories they are also telling all of our stories. You see, the truth about colorism is real. Proximity to whiteness often determines success or access. Access to this, access to that, making people feel more comfortable in one area, then you cross the street and the others are, well, they're not comfortable anymore with you. And in our own communities, we must confront the painful truth that we sometimes reproduce the very hierarchies we claim to resist. They're so ingrained in us, so ingrained that we repeat the same hierarchies of oppression. When a light skinned woman is elevated, let us not tear her down in suspicion, but instead help her use her platform to open doors for those who are never invited. And when darker skinned girls walk into the room, may we see them as queens in training, not as threats. Emma Grede has faced those fault lines. So has Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex. And what they show us, if we are listening, is that power doesn't have to mean dominance, domination. It can mean multiplication. See the difference? Their success is not the ceiling, my friends. It's the floor we build from. So I want to say this to every young girl watching or listening, to every young boy also. Whether you are from Plaistow to Pittsburgh, Brixton to Brooklyn, Mississauga, Brampton, know this: you are worthy. You are necessary. You are not alone. When Emma speaks, she speaks with the strength of 1,000 grandmothers. When Meghan walks, she walks with the knowing of 1,000 sisters. And when we rise because of women like them. So when you rise, we will rise with you and celebrate you, not tear you down.